Jordan Augustine from the local congregation of Tea'ao, District of Hawaii Pacific, and it's been a while since I was on cam, but it's good to see everybody online. With me hosting tonight is...
Hello everybody, happy Aloha Friday. It's such an exciting day today because I have never hosted with Brother Jordan, so a momentous moment right here. I am Sister Janae. Did I say that already?
Never.
I am Sister Janae from the local congregation of Eva Beach. How are you, Brother Jordan?
I'm doing great, sis, and it's good to be here, back on the island of Oahu, here for some family matters, but I'm also here to host tonight, so it's good to be here, and it's good to be talking with everybody, and especially with our special guest for tonight, which we will introduce right now. So tonight, actually, our topic is how to make healthier habits, and we will introduce our sister Jade Mafua. How's it going, sis?
Hi, I'm doing good.
All right, and so tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris, and what you do, or what you've been doing. But this is not your first time on radio, but from the first time you were here, you've definitely made a lot of progress. I feel like, yeah. So go ahead and say what you've been up to.
So I believe the last time that I was on INCRadio was when I was doing my food service rotation at Manipura Pacific. So from that time till now, I've wrapped up my long-term care rotation and my acute care rotation at Kaizen Medical Center. So I'm pretty much almost set for graduation in a few weeks.
So exciting! Graduation, always an exciting time.
Yes. There's plenty of people that are about to graduate. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. And then,
Catch me at Stan
And also, sister, she's on radio a couple weeks ago. Sister, from Big Island. Sister Jen. She's also graduating soon too, and also Sister Man as well. She's graduating soon too.
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
congrats, everyone.
I'm also graduating soon too.
You for real?
No, I'm sorry. No, but shout out to everybody graduating. You guys did it. It's almost today's May 2nd, so it's pretty much summer, yeah. So yeah, congratulations, Sister Jade, and good job for all your accomplishments. And we're gonna talk with her in a bit. We just want to shout out anybody who's tuning in. Are you able to see the view from there? I mean are you able to see the comment?
Yeah, okay. Let's read our first one from Kanoma Pascal. Happy Aloha Friday, full brethren. Hashtag WPH. And then our second one, we have Joseph John Roncall. Happy viewing from the local congregation of hashtag WHA, which is Wahua. Hi, Joseph. We have Sister Shayna from the local congregation of Wailuku. Happy viewing, po. We have
we have Maili Destinado. Hello, po. She says, hello, Friday, po. I haven't been on all for a while, so I'm honestly, I'm learning still. So
I've been traveling back and forth.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's tuning in, and thank you for the comments. Keep commenting, and also don't forget to write your hashtags or the number sign or the sharp sign that we do, guys. But
sharp sign.
Yeah, so
that's a good one.
yeah. But so let's go on with our topic discussion for today. Again, our topic is how to make healthier habits, which I believe will be beneficial to all of our viewers and listeners out there. I definitely like you're having.
It's me,
Yeah.
and I just can't do that.
And we're gonna talk story about all kinds of stuff. We're gonna talk story about energy drinks maybe because I know that's a big one. We were just talking about that earlier. Um, so this is Dave. So can you remind us once again what are you majoring in?
So I'm majoring in dietetics.
Dietetics. Shout out to all the dietitians out there. My wife is also a dietitian.
Shut up.
But yeah, I know they go through a lot of schooling. I know there's more schooling that's involved in that major. So how's that been going? Is it hard?
Definitely been one of the difficult classes because, like you mentioned before, you only have to just get your bachelor's and then kind of do an internship. But then now they added in getting your master's as well. So kind of that added layer of schooling has been a bit stressful at times because you're balancing out classes still with the rotation. And doing that has kind of been, like time management wise, you kind of just have to set aside time for everything. But overall, I mean, you've been graduating.
Yeah, you're 80. Like that's really proud of you. Graduation is very important.
Yeah.
Big milestone in everybody's life.
I remember when I graduated last year. I didn't think I was going to graduate. I was like, oh man, graduate for real? And then I saw my parents come. I graduated on the Big Island, so when they came, just seeing them there kind of made everything kind of real. I was feeling some type of way, and I was like, oh, I can't make them sorry. But yeah, it's definitely something to be proud about. School is hard, but thankfully today, nowadays there's all kinds of resources that we can have from at my university at USC, they gave us a lot of material to read over. There's all kinds of stuff you can use online, but please use it responsibly, guys. And yeah, it's just awesome now. It's a good time to go. Any time is a good time to go to school, especially nowadays.
There's no age.
Yeah, I'm 32. I graduated last year, so never too late. Actually, the oldest classmate was I think like 60 something. And we just started, and I was like, oh, right on.
See, there's never you don't always have to start off high.
Yeah.
There's no time left.
Actually, I just saw the news earlier. Somebody I took a high school from Hawaii. Is gonna graduate with her diploma and her bachelor's stuff. So I was like, oh.
Wait, high school diploma?
Yeah, look it up on a news comment. Yeah, she's getting her diploma and her bachelor's.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, cool. But anyway. So moving on to our next question. This is Dave. How is life now that you are in graduation, and how are you feeling about graduating soon?
I would say right now because I'm very like in graduation, it feels like it feels like a big leap. I think that's good opportunity just because I think for me the toughest part was doing clinical teaching. Being in the hospital was definitely there. My thing because man, there's so much like knowledge, so much things to learn, and so it was very overwhelming at times. So I think now that we're kind of past all of that, and the finishing part, I feel like I can finally like relax a little.
Yeah, I'm like totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I remember when I finished school, I was like, what am I gonna do now? So I was
that's why I'm going to grad school because I don't know what to do yet.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm really done with school right now, and I get to just hang out and not worry about the next exam. I'm not worried about the next paper.
Oh man, I bet that this felt so good.
Oh, the day after graduation, you're gonna want to just lay in bed and just forget everything that you just learned. No, yeah. I mean, afterwards, it's definitely for me. It was a challenge to kind of retain everything, because uh, that's just how I am. I'm not too smart. I'm just like I'm like, hey, I forget already what I learned like 2 weeks ago. Nah, but yeah, that's for sure a great accomplishment for graduating, especially in this field, because I know my wife she didn't have a super hard time, but she would like vent out to me like, oh, it's feeling so hard, and I gotta do this, and even her was hit her perceptor.
Oh, please look at
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, she had to go to Hawaii and do all that stuff, and so it was a challenge, but I think it's been worth it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, all that hard work is not for nothing.
yeah.
Always something at the end. So, so saying like with all your rotation and you have so much knowledge that would be so much information. How did you end up retaining that? I mean, obviously you don't remember everything, but how did you?
I think for most of it, kind of like or I'm not able to retain like exactly everything just because of how much I have a short amount of time because the rotation lasts maybe like a month or so, depending on the rotation. So I feel like from most of it, I guess the routine I would just kind of set aside some reflect on the day, what it was that we to kind of go through it kind of on my own side. That's time. Just absorb.
Yeah,
Absorb it
just take
all.
everything
Take it
in.
in, yeah.
So knowing that you have conversation, I was gonna say clinical. Clinical is the same thing.
And we have to
Or
then
that-
clinical rotation.
Oh, clinical.
yeah.
My
That's
gosh,
the thing.
Oh, you never know.
I work with animals. I don't know, but I feel like the thing is the world. What are some opportunities that you're hoping for after you graduate, and what kind of finding?
Even for me, personally, after going through the systems that I had, I feel like I'm leaning more towards something like a community or in food service. Just because I really enjoy moving around and kind of that's kind of what a lot of my jobs were previously is kind of the constant, not really sitting down, always like on the street or something. And so I found that you're working so a lot of it is sitting down for and starting in the hustle for like long periods of time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I can't sit down and wait. I'm more I'm just like even when I'm trying to like be up there and feeling good. I'm doing that.
Yeah, I feel like. Well, how it
I like to my previous job was I was like always on my feet with with autism. So I was like always on my feet, always on my toes. And I knew what the next move was. So the job that I have now, it's a desk job. So I'm just sitting there and I'm on my computer, and it's a way better pace for me because I like being there. But I mean, sometimes I get up and sitting there. But, like I'm just sitting there. I kept myself sitting there. Like, I gotta get up and do something. But yeah. I mean, I like the pace that I'm at now. I kind of like sitting at the stuff actually on my computer and writing reports and writing report letters and stuff. But we also go to the jail. We go to the jail. There's a few people there too. So I mean, I get my fair share of moving around. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we interview people there. Maybe we can find some different episodes. But yeah, I kind of like doing. I have a mixture of both. I feel like mostly sitting down there. I kind of.
I'm a mixture of both.
I know you've been traveling and doing stuff too after the school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
So that's good. But let's read some comments So I see a lot of comments on YouTube.
On the YouTube.
On the YouTube, we have, I'm just going to pass me out a few first. Welcome, I think that's a Sana, because aloha from Wahiwa has said WK. Sending our warmest aloha and happy birthday greetings to Brother Angela Uyani Zuma Nalo. We'd like to say, yes, happy birthday, Ka'e. Thanks for all that you do. We also have our assistant group of minister tuning in. Says, praises be to God for the success of our evangelical mission. Let us follow up with our guests, you guys. Yeah, hey, you guys got guests.
Don't forget.
Let them know. If you're a person, we can see. But yeah, so, and then he also says, happy and wonderful Aloha Friday, guys. And INCRadio Health. Yeah, I think thanks for tuning in to Adora from the Big Island. We have also, I can see goodbye Sarah tuning in from Maui. We have Bell from Pico, hashtag Puerto Rico. Daniel Martinez also says happy on Friday show from hashtag FFB. And also said David Pico is tuning in. Josh Tamura is tuning in from Ligure on the Island 40. And everybody's tuning in. We also have Engelbert Manalo from tuning in on the Big Island from hashtag the Alehu and and also Vincent Abuel from hashtag Kalahari on 40. We get everybody tuning in. But let's maybe have fun next.
Isn't it? I think it's not here. Oh, you want me? I thought it was. Well, okay, so since you do that excited, and our topic is about
healthy habits.
yes, healthy habits. Building. See, I need to work on building a healthy habit. So what would you say? I'm pulling it up right now.
I get him. So, speaking of how to provide healthy habits, what are some everyday foods we commonly eat here that we can make healthier? So we have two very common dishes that we listed here. So how can we make a locomotive healthier? So
That's hard.
to all of you and listeners who are tuning in that don't know what a locomotive is, it's a bed of rice with a hamburger patty,
Sometimes too.
sometimes two, and then on top of that there's an egg. You can get them sunny side up. You get them. I've seen my friend he ordered scrambled. But all they do, you're like I don't know. But and then gravy on top. So how can we make that healthier if we have any idea? Maybe healthier.
I feel like locomotive a lot of times it's something that we usually put in like a plate lunch. I think that's usually the standard kind of like format that we see it in. So like lunching or like one of the gradient we should kind of try and really it's a bit high in like specifically because of the gravy.
Yeah, that's too high.
It's high for real? I never noticed that.
Something that my parents have had communications with actually asking for the sauce on the side. So that way it's not just smothered like all over everything. And so that way you're able to like, add however much milk you. And then you can even do things like this is some really interesting flavor. You can take the short, dip it in the sauce, and then after take a bit of the patty and then you put the tortilla out, the sauce is the last food that you get. So you feel like you're having a lot more like flavor, a lot more sauce on whatever it is that you're eating, but you're not having as much.
Kind of tricks you out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a psychology.
Dip the food in the gravy first.
Yeah, so you dip some of the pork inside of the gravy or whatever sauce. It doesn't have to be like specifically for those things, but it could be like anything. But dip in the sauce and then dip it in whatever or whatever it is you're eating, like chicken, like or the moco, whatever it is. You put it in your mouth, then the last piece you're gonna get is the sauce. Then you're gonna be like, you still feel like you're have all of the gravy, you'll have all of the juice. It's not completely tasty. And then you're going to think, I didn't know you could do that.
How did that do it? I'm just doing that.
Yeah, I should do that because when I eat veggies, I used to just have some ranch or the chicken wings out or the chicken chicken wings. So I think I do that. I try it. Yeah.
That's tasty.
Probably won't feel that too.
Yeah. Sometimes that gravy gets everywhere too.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think like that. I feel thicker that thing is all over. But anyway, so that was for local moco. Our next dish that we're going to talk about on how to make it healthy is adobo. Chicken adobo, pork adobo, what kind of adobo is it? Adobo sweet only pussy adobo. I did hear about
My
it.
mom actually made that. That's pretty.
I know, I think my mom made that one time.
Yeah.
That's healthy already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the type of meat that we use in vegetables, the chicken for chicken, turkey, there's other things you can do to kind of mix with flavors in it. And then in addition to that, I know like one of the main things is the shoyu.
Oh.
And so with the shoyu, I know there's options like this, a low sodium shoyu, but another tip I would provide patients is when it comes to the low sodium shoyu, they basically screen for watered down shoyu. So just buy the regular one and add water.
Oh, I'm gonna tell my mom that. She uses no sodium.
That's the green one.
Yeah.
The green
Yes,
one.
I believe it's more expensive. That's why.
Yeah.
Compared to the regular one, and you're basically paying for them to put water.
Yeah.
When you can do it inside, and you can see.
Does it say on the label like more water?
That's really fun. I think
Look
you
at
would have
that.
to. It's probably also checking it because I'm not too sure exactly like the amount of
Yeah.
everything in there because I think this is something we kind of. Especially those that are like so those that are kind of not looking at what we're doing. They'll kind of recommend things. That's I never thought of that.
Just for the people commenting and viewing, what is your favorite type of adobo? Let us know in the comments. You like chicken? You like turkey? You like beef? I've never seen beef adobo. I've never seen like the kind what else is here? Pork adobo. Let us know in the comments. What is your favorite type of adobo? And let's try and make it healthier.
What is your favorite type of adobo?
I feel like just not this is so good.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Really? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do pork. I'm sorry.
It's so sad in me. But
We when we get the pork belly, we search for the more bigger pork belly.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Looking for an inner touch of meat.
I think I said that on live. I still like adobo.
So what is
that.
your favorite adobo?
My mom, so she makes she uses the green beans, but she makes the adobo style.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
sitaw,
it's all this.
sitaw, yeah.
And but yeah, like kind of healthy, but not in a way. So you get local moco, well, you can get other forms like local moco takeout and stuff like that. What kind of advice would you give that can help with it? What can we do to make healthy food and success?
Please down in the world and there's some examples with food that whatever state or whatever it is that they're going over as much as possible to help us with the healthy. I'm kind of like different things on the plate. So I don't know if everyone is familiar with the it's kind of like an infographic.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
it's basically like the different food groups. So we have the fruit, and then your carbs, yeah, the carbs and dairy. So if you could also kind of find some tips to develop. If it's possible, like honestly, I know it's sometimes it can be hard done now because you're not always getting everything in there, but I guess it's much as possible kind of just having what it is that maybe can kind of be like one of the which we can better use options and return.
Yeah, instead of that mac salad, it's a pasta.
Taste that?
Does it taste as good? Hey, but sometimes the dressings are good.
Yeah.
Higher seed dressing?
Yeah. What?
Is that bad for you?
No, it sounds so good.
Oh.
No, like when you mentioned that, I was like, well, I've never tried that.
That's
It
one of
sounds
my
so good.
favorite.
Higher seed, yeah. Yeah.
High speed, and what's it gonna get? Balsamic. Yeah.
Oh, balsamic.
Balsamic.
So good. I just took that on my cut and just lay it.
Wait, what?
Maybe like
Oh. I don't know the practice lingo. That's how unfit I am.
no, it's not lingo. It's normal lingo. The opposite of bullshit.
Oh, that's what, oh.
Yeah.
I know what you mean now. I thought you meant like, wait, what? Like cooking food? I was like, wait a minute. But, we have I just wanted to say a special shout out from our resident minister there on the Big Island. Shout out to everybody tuning in on Big Island, Joe. He said putting a shout out for Adrian Katie, the little big Joe. So shout out to Adrian Katie there tuning in and and everybody else who's tuning in. But also let's see some other comments we have from Daniel Aquino, Alejandro Pedro watching from the College. Let's see who else is there. Cartel Ramirez, hashtag KL8. Maybe our Friday bread and food kind of easy. I think you're watching today. But yeah, there was a EDM here, and brought the whole dish with that. So I know there's one big item free in that. All the other items. Shout out to everybody that's been to the EDM. Shout out to everybody about it, yes. That's going to follow up. But going on to our last guest string, let's see what we got.
I know this question is interesting.
Yeah.
You know the question?
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. So last question of the evening: why do things taste different as we get?
Oh my gosh. So then, two things. I'm not saying different. I think it's also because it tastes like everything is changing. I agree. What is it called? Continue on in age. For example, when you're young, you might try a food mainly like vegetables, things like that. You might try, oh, it's so bitter. It's like, oh, I don't like it. But then when you get a little bit older, try it again. And then you might find out like, oh, this is never so as I thought it was yesterday. So then as you see it getting older, and you suggest like this are always changing. And so that's why we kind of sort of continue the food that we probably might not have like previously. We might end up pricing a minimum, which just tries all different kinds of food.
You know what the big one for me that I only recently, not recently, I guess in the past recent years,
Yeah. Oh, you like it?
I like it now, but I did not at all as a kid. Yeah, bitter belly, yeah. So as a kid, I never liked anything. But now I like eating bitter belly with eggs.
Really? I wish. I cannot.
Yeah, no.
I know, pretty young.
You know what too? I thought it was same too, right? Like in terms of the reaction to different foods. Because I remember years ago, like 2010, my whole life I was making milk, and then one day I was going to talk in 2010, and then I ate cereal and milk before class.
No,
That's
what happened to me. Did I just eat lactose? There's no way. I'll still eat like some stuff. But nowadays I'm okay. So yeah, so I'm not as lactose. I think.
Is there a way to not be lactose?
But then with lactose intolerance, it's actually interesting because when it comes to kind of like being lactose intolerant, kind of like how you consume practicing someplace. But what happens sometimes with some people is it's kind of like a use it or lose it kind of a thing. Where if you're not consistently taking notes, doing cues, things like that, consistently being used, kind of like I guess you put it in perspective, you can use the ability to stay strong that lessons. And so because of that, that's kind of where it can become that person called the later in life. Because you find that we start really thinking about we don't really do as much like food or things like that. But then if you I think like you can try to start incorporating fast like into your diet and then you might find like, oh okay, like I'm slowly able to start breaking it down with this thing. So
If we speak to president, they see that.
so then you start listening. Exactly. That's right.
I take nutrition, guys.
Yeah. No, that's exactly.
I wanted to. Yeah, no. Is it true that like being lactose intolerant is actually normal?
Normal,
Oh, like yeah, no, yes.
oh, like just for everyone?
Yeah. Well, like it's a normal gene, and if you're not lactose, then if you something about genetic.
I know there's like the one where it's like kind of like yourself. A lot of them tend to be like lactose intolerant just because of like the area if it's usually comes from like fine. These kinds of things. So like for them, that's kind of why we see them being like a lot of their population. Just because they don't really change themselves. They don't really change their virtual things like toys. So I guess they should know that. But I guess depending on like the population or like where they are in the world, it can kind of depend on if they're more of not just calling for other places. I think it's practice. Well, no, I think maybe I interpreted it wrong. I'm not too sure.
No, yeah, it does make sense. So, where you're reaching. I think I don't think like Jesse as a kid. That was my face though. But my parents like they tried their best to feed me all the time. But I think all kids nowadays have I didn't know it. They have this difference. But I did see that somewhere that you gotta start them off as young, like if you do that they kid or not. Yeah. Yeah. That's right when you were a kid, I'm gonna do Steven and I was given that. Given that and all the good ones. I heard the bitter the better.
Is there a food that you used to eat?
I feel like for me it was kind of the same with like vegetables. A lot of them look rice and one of the stuff I like them to be like, oh, it's better and rice. But then as I got older and I Irish again, this isn't so bad. And plus too, I think at some point I was like, this doesn't have a taste like in some like certain like states. It's like, oh, like I know I'm eating it, but it's like I don't really taste it.
Yeah, like a smoothie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like green juice.
Yeah.
Green juice, all kinds of stuff in there. I think the apple and the pineapple. Yeah.
If you add a banana, it's a banana thing.
Yes.
With a lot. Sorry, that was random. No, but it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I eat bitter melon and banana, guaranteed.
Oh man, I don't know.
Try them.
Something's gonna happen in my stomach. I don't know. The acid reflux.
But we are coming to the end of our broadcast, unfortunately. But we do have some activities that are coming up. What activities do we got?
So we have two activities this month. We have on May 11th we have our Care for Humanity, and on May 18th we have our Sixth Prayers activity.
And then also later on in May we get basketball.
Oh yes, that's right. Green Game basketball. Be there, we swear.
Be there or
Yep.
yeah. But yeah. As we close out our show, Let's ask you just if you have any special shout outs or dreams. If you have any dreams that you want to share?
Yeah, I would like to shout out to my local conservation Barcelona leader. Hashtag is now, especially our resident ministry and his family. And you can always say shout out to my family for the constant support and receiving, especially during these last few months and wrapping up my education and I really don't think I would have been able to make it without that support. Yeah. That was a big support.
Out. Everybody tune in. We see you guys in the comments. I'm just gonna read a couple more. We have a comment from Sister Rose Lewin from Molokai.
Oh,
Lewin from Molokai, yes. We also have my relatives there in the US, my Auntie Esther and Uncle Emil.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I got all over that.
every
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, here. Yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate your comments and reviews and your insights as well. Also shout out to my wife watching from home. Maybe she can be on guest one day too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I won't say on the phone. But what about you, Patricia?
Shout out to my choir leader, Kabelinda Esta. She told me one night after practice that she watches every single Friday.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kabelinda.
Yeah.
I also saw a comment earlier that said watching between watching digital breaking books with Blue.
Oh, right, that was Kobo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
From my coffee.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that comment. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's what we aim to do on INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. We aim to have meaningful conversations that'll benefit everybody to watching, doing, and listening and stuff like that. But once again, I'd like to thank our sister Jade McCool for being our guest again. Thank you for your wisdom. Thanks for sharing everything that you learned, and congratulations again.
We weren't joking about having you on again. Yeah.
And we also like to say more special thanks before we end officially. Special thanks to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo Manalo, and our CFO coordinator and church president, Brother Angelo Irani Manalo. And also thanks to our district minister, Kagem Baitan, and also our assistant district minister, Tadoa Castro, and also our CFO overseer, Conrad. So thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in to INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. We'll catch you next time, next Friday, 10 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. Aloha, everybody.